today. This is Kelechi Ume Ogajo, and I've come to teach you how to make this wonderful bag. The bag is so nice. So on today's video, I'll be teaching you how to make the bag. So let me go ahead and tell you the measurement and everything I did on that bag. That thing is 3 in 1 bag. You have 3 space inside. So the measurement I'm using on this my video today is let me first of all thank all my returning subscribers. You who are doing well. Thanks so much. I appreciate. Then to my newly subscriber, I say a very big welcome. This is a place you will stay and learn a lot of things because we are here to ginger you. We are here to make you to understand what you need to know on bag making. It's so nice. It's so simple. Just stay tuned. Let's go ahead. I will teach you everything. My name is Kelechi Ume Ogajo, the bag making tutor. So now let's go ahead. The measurement I will use on this bag will be 8 by 7 inch. I'll be using 8 by 7 inch on this my bag today. The measurement will be 8 by 7 inch. So now let's go ahead and cut out 8 by 7 inch, and it will be 2 pieces. This one will be 2 pieces. 8 by 7 inch. Okay, let's make it 6 by 7 inch. I want this bag to be smaller somehow. I don't want it to be too long. So I want to make it 8 by 7 inch. The wideness will be 8 and the length will be 6 inch. Not 7 inch ladder, but it is 6 inch that I'm using on this my measurement. Then I will have a lining that will divide it into 3 pieces. So that lining will be one that will help it to create at least 3 sides on the bag. So I'll go ahead and show you everything concerning what I'm doing on this bag. This is a nice bag we are going to do today. So now let me go ahead and tell you other things about the bag. When I look at the bag, you see there's a design that is at the back of the bag. So that's what I want to do. So now I'll first of all cut this one out. So I'll cut this one out now. I told you the measurement I'm using on this one now is 8 by 6 inch instead of 7 inch as I said before. So this one will be 8 by 7 inch. So this is 8 by 7 inch and the color I'm using is orange color. For the material that I'm using on this bag, I bought this from people who are selling material for shares. That's where I bought this. This is the people that is selling material for shares. That's where I bought their material. So if you need that material is for share. It's not for bag, but it's a nice material. So that's why I bought it for my own use and I have used it before. So I'm still using it today. I used that material to sew school bag and then it's so nice and beautiful. I used it to sew handbag, it's so nice. So on today I'm using it for a bag. So just join me and stay tuned because a lot will happen today on the bag. I will show you the design that I used and every other thing. Please, you are not hearing me very well. Pardon me to use my microphone so that you will hear me loud and clear. So now I told you that the measurement I'll use here is a 6 by 8 inch and I've cutted out the first one. So I'll go ahead and cut the second one now. The second one will also be 6 by 8 inch. So this second one is 6 by 8 inch also. Sometimes I do cut my patterns on live video, then I'll sew it on my normal YouTube channel. I don't usually go live while sewing my bag, but on my live video, the reason why I'm doing it is for you to ask your questions. Anything you want to ask on this channel, on my live videos, go ahead and ask it so that I'll answer it live and direct. So I told you I'll cut this one into 2 pieces. This one will just be 2 pieces, and the lining will be 3 pieces for the back, and the same measurement with this one that the lining will have. So I'll first of all, after cutting this, I'll go ahead and cut the lining. Then I will show you the design I used on the bag. The bag is so unique. But before cutting out the lining, I will first of all show you what I did. When you look at the front of the bag, the front, you will see that there is a, I sew it at the middles of the each one. So I will tell you what I did there. So what I did was to measure out 1.5 inch. You can measure out whatever you need to do. It's based on your choice. But for this, I'm measuring out 1.5 inch. So I will just marking at the tip of the leather, because what I'm using is pen. Assuming I'm using the pen for leather, I would have marked it inside the leather, but I'm just marking 1.5 inch on top of this. I'm just marking 1.5 inch here. All of them will go with by 1.5 inch. So this side again, I will go ahead and mark 1.5 inch. On all of them, it will be 1.5 inch. So this side is 1.5 inch up. So coming here again now, I will go ahead and measure 1.5 inch also. I'll come here and I'll also measure 1.5 inch. So after measuring it now, if I want to sew it, I will just be sewing it from 1 inch at this side to 1 inch at this side. From this one to this, I will use my ruler if I want to do it. Assuming this is my ruler, I will just place this ruler this way. Then I'll go ahead and sew here. I'll come here again. I'll place the ruler this way again. I'll come here and I'll sew it again. Just watch on my normal video tomorrow. You will see what I'm saying on this bag. Tomorrow I will sew it normally without using live video. I like teaching how to cut the bag on my live video, but on normal thing I sew my bag normally without using live video, but I will show you the video how I sew it. But on my live video, the reason why I'm doing this for you to ask your questions. Anything you want me to do, I will do it. So after this now, I will just sew it from the place I measured 1.5 inch to this side. I measured 1.5 inch here. I will just sew it straight. I'm not using the pen that I usually use for leather. My own have finished. So the normal pen I'm using is normal pen we are using to write. So that's why I am not putting it right, drawing the straight line inside the leather. So it will not shock me after sewing the bag. You will see the color of the blue leather that I'm using. So for you, if you are doing it, you can draw it once you are using removable leather, that after that you can clean it up, but for this I can't clean it up. That's why I'm using this way. So this one will be 2 pieces. Then coming to the round body and the zipper side, what I need to do is to measure out 1 and 2.5 inch here. I'll measure out 2.5 inch here. Then I'll also come here and measure out 2.5 inch here. So after that, but before then, I'll curve this bag. I'll curve it small by measuring 1 inch up. I'll measure inch 1 inch here, and I'll also measure 1 inch this side. After measuring the two, I'll draw a curve here. That's how my curve will be. I don't want the curve to be so sharp like that. I just want to curve it to from 1 inch. So after curving it now, I'll use my scissors and cut it out to get the normal curve. That's the actual curve I need on the bag. So it will be this way. So after this, I'll place it this way here now with all of them. That's how I'll cut the other sides of the bag. That's the four corner of the bag to get the same shape with this. So now I'll go ahead and cut out this side. Then after that, I will place it this way here. Then I'll use it to cut these ones here. So after cutting this, it will be this way. Then I'll place it on top of this one. So I'll make sure that two of them are equal. So I will say this is the upper side of the bag. So I'll place it this way now. Then I'll use it to give this place curve. I'll curve here also this way. Then I'll curve this side also. Making sure that all of them are equal. Then after that, I'll use my scissors to trim it out. So this is how it will be. As I've told you how you design the front part of the bag, the two will be this way. Then I told you I'll measure out for the zipper side of the bag. I'll measure 2.5 inch from here. Measuring 2.5 inch from here, and I'll give it a mark here. I'll come this side and I'll also measure 2.5 inch here. I'll give it a mark here. Then after measuring the 2.5 inch, for me to get the zipper side of the bag, I'll measure it this way. And this is what I'm doing here. So I'll measure it now. So the zipper side will be 13 inch, and I'll make it 13 inch by 1.5 inch. And it will be two sides, this side and this side, plus the one that will be at the middle. So 13 inch by 1.5 inch. So let me put it down. 13 inch by 1.5 inch, and it will be 3 pieces, because it will be this side, and the one that will be at the middle. When you see the bag, you will notice that they have 3 zip. The one at the right hand side, the one at the left hand side, and the one that will be at the middle of the bag. But for the leather that I'll be using, it will just be 2. What will be 3 will be the lining that I will use to cover the front side. I will cover here. Then that lining will also go at the, after sewing this one with the zip first, I'll cover it with lining also. After sewing this one with this one, I'll cover it with lining also, making it 4. I will first of all cover here with the lining. I'll cover here with the lining. After sewing the zip, I'll cover that one with the lining also. I'll cover this side with lining. So the zip that I'll be using will now be 4 pieces, not 3 pieces. So after making this one this way, I'll keep it aside. The next thing I will now do before keeping it aside is for me to measure the round body. I've told you the measurement will go from the zipper side is 13 by 1.5 inch. So for the round body of the bag, I will measure out the round body of the bag the same way I did on the zipper side. So what I need to do now is to measure each round. I would have added it together if I had not curved the edges, but because I curved it, I will not measure it straight again. So I need to use my tape and measure it this way. And the measurement I got here is 14 inch. So that 14 inch now plus 15 inch, because if I sew half inch inside, half inch inside this way, the remaining one will be 14 inch. So it will be 15 inch by 15 inch by 2.5 inch. So it will be 15 inch by 2 inch. The reason why I make the zip to be 1.5 inch is because I'll add zip. After adding the zip, it will make it to be 2 inch. But for the round body, I'll make it to be 2 inch live and direct. Please, my name is Kelechi Ume Ogwajo. So please, can I know where you're watching me from? I am here to teach you everything you need about this bag. If you have any question, you can go ahead and ask me the question, then I'll answer you. So after cutting this, now let me go ahead and cut the round body and the zipper side. Then after that, I will now cut the lining that I'll be using for the bag. So now let me go ahead and cut the round body of the bag and the zipper side of the bag. So what I will do now is to measure out 1.5 inch here. So what I will do here is to measure out the zipper side of the bag by measuring 1.5 inch into 3 equal parts. Please don't mind what is happening, just that my kids are back from school, and you know kids they sometimes disturb because they want their mother to be by their side. So don't mind whatever you are hearing, the noise is from my kids. So I just want to teach you. So after doing this, I'll round up and go and meet them. They need me. Oh. So whatever the noise we are hearing about, just don't worry about it. I know it's them that's doing it. So after that, I'll go ahead and cut it. I told you this one will be 3 pieces. open the door though, so that you'll not be disturbing me. Yeah. So this is the zipper side of the bag. I told you it will be three pieces. So let me go ahead and cut the round body of the bag. And the round body of the bag will also be three pieces. And it will be 2 by 15 inch. It will be three pieces. So just after cutting these two, I'll still go ahead and cut the remaining one now. So let me measure the remaining one. So the next thing I will cut now is the handle, the small handle that I'm using to add the D-ring on it. I'll just cut it off sketch without using measurements. You know the measurement you want to use. You can use a 2.5 inch, you can use 2 inch, but for me, I'm just cutting it off sketch. So I will not waste much of our time here. It will be two pieces. So I'll go ahead and keep all these ones aside. The next thing I need to do is to add cut the lining for the back. So what I need to do now is to cut the lining for the back. So I told you the lining will be four pieces. I told you the lining will be four pieces. So I'll place it on top of the lining this way. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. And I use my pen to draw it. Let me go ahead and cut it this way. You can draw your own with the same measurement. I add it ½ inch, so that after everything you will still go ahead and trim out the remaining ones. So the lining will be this way. Then I'll cut another one again. So I'll leave these two for now. While sewing it, after sewing this and the other ones, then I'll go ahead and add the remaining one. Remember, I'll add foam on this bag. That foam helps the tray that will sew inside this. It helps it to give you the shape or the design you want the thing to be. So now let's go ahead and sew it.